Hey, loves, I don't care if you've been manifesting for over a year, 2 months, or 5 days. If you've ever asked the question of why is my manifestation taking so long, we're going to answer that in this video and basically tell you exactly how to speed up your manifestation. Because truly, it doesn't matter how much time has passed. But I'm actually going to begin with the counter argument. So anyone saying manifestation needs to take a long time, or the concept that if we're not manifesting instantly, then something's massively wrong. Both of those are incorrect. But I want to go over a comment someone actually wrote on one of my videos. I tried to find it to screenshot it. I think they deleted it. I hope they didn't delete it because I like you guys to challenge the ideas of everything I talk about, right? The more we talk about why is this, why is that, the more we get answers and the better everyone manifests. So I'll give you the gist of the comment. So I was talking about time, and here's what they said. They said, yes, you can manifest, but it takes time. If you are having a baby, you can't manifest it to be quicker. It's biologically it biologically can't happen. And they put like biologically was the thing that they were focusing on. And before I answer this, just what do you think? What do you think of when you pose with that question? How do you manifest a baby to go faster, right? Isn't that biology, right? How would you go faster? Or are you thinking totally above and beyond that biology does not matter at all? So remember, the person who commented this, first and foremost, is probably someone who has been waiting a long time for their manifestation and maybe even lost the belief of it. So if you're listening right now, whoever it is, or even if you are just worried about time in general, remember, time is okay, right? Time can be perfect. It's whatever we feel of however we feel it should show up. And remember, it's also going to come in the way that we are assuming, okay? So however you assume your manifestation to come in, that's how it's going to come in. So yes, sometimes we actually want time in our manifestation. And I know right now you're thinking, no, I don't. Well, think about it this way. Would you want to just jump to the end of being married? And if I pose that question, some are going to say yes and some are going to say no. But before you answer, remember, you're going to skip all your dates, all of your vacations, all of your time together just to jump to marriage. Now, people, again, some are going to say that's the best idea I've ever heard in my life. And other people are going to say, wait a minute, no, I don't want that. So remember, that's why manifestations are all different. So if you're experiencing time and want it and like it and are okay, then everything's fine and dandy. But we'll talk about how time does not need to exist. But also, if you want to quantum leap to your reality, you can do that as well. But back to that question. So think of, okay, if manifestation, and again, whatever your comment was about like the baby, right? Like it's biologically, it has to take that long. What was your answer to that? Again, comment it down below because I would like to, I'm going to be the one to do it. I'm going to say, says who? Who says that that has to be the way? Who put that in our mind? Who made up what biologically is right or wrong? And I'm going to show you that it totally is made up. So anytime we're like, this can't happen or that can't happen, it just means that we're not thinking abundantly enough. Because think about even in the past, seeing this video, is that not an instant manifestation? If they were like, oh, let's say in the past you were like, I want to manifest talking to Kyle, my best manifestation buddy, instantly. And now here it is. Like it's happened, right? We created this. You manifested this. This is what happened. But I want to talk about actually, again, and I'm not being sassy with this answer, but the Guinness World Record for like earliest birthed baby, I Googled it. I was ready for this, guys, is Curtis Means, born at 21 weeks and 1 day. So think about that. The normal pregnancy, normal term, short or term pregnancy, because I was trying to convert it into weeks, is 40 weeks. Okay. The normal pregnancy, 40 weeks. They gave birth in 21. So again, right there, we're witnessing how, and I know it's like you could say whatever you want about how premature and needs to grow still, this and that, but just so we know, this happened. It's actually something, a part of your reality, because you're hearing it, so you manifested it, okay? So that's an actual part of our reality. So if then the person, again, the first question of you can't manifest having a faster baby, that doesn't make sense, it's biologically not possible. This person did it. So then it's, again, the idea of what's possible only has to do with our level of abundant thinking, okay? So it's just we're not thinking abundantly enough, because really that was half of that time, but maybe you just don't want to manifest being pregnant at all. You could instantly right now, you already have beliefs that would actually support this. You could have a surrogate mother, right? Like there's a bunch of ways in which we can achieve exactly what we want if we're thinking abundantly enough. Because remember, Neville Goddard talks about manifestations always coming through a bridge of events, meaning the way you feel it's possible. So if you feel then time has to happen, then time is going to happen. But again, I want to save that for a little bit later because I have a really good idea on that. But remember, everything is a manifestation. There is no difference between one thing and another thing. If you're living in this reality and you see things, they are a reflection of you. It can only come from you, and that counts as everything. So I know we think of a baby being born at 21 weeks in one day. You're like, that's not a manifestation. That's logic. Well, everything is based on a belief. It is a manifestation. The person might have thought it, felt it, believed it, but it shows up in the way that we feel is possible. And so sometimes if you want to get into this idea of instant manifestation, you have to remember you can't rely on things around you, because how often have things actually popped up into existence, right? And you'd say, well, maybe not much, but this video did, okay? So we're just not thinking abundantly enough, okay? But everything is a manifestation, and we're never meant to know how, okay? So never focus on the how. Just know that it's going to be coming in the best and easiest way possible. And I'll give you success stories in this video, like I always do, that is going to portray and show just how powerful it is to switch our mindset on time. But still, right now, you're like, okay, Kyle, all right, let's see. We got the counter argument. We kind of got over that, knowing that everything is a manifestation and you can change anything. So again, there's no difference with your specific person. They can show up right now and your entire reality can create some story in which made it so. Like early, I was literally just on a call today, like how many time ago? Like a half hour to an hour ago. No, exactly 1 hour ago. I was on a call 1 hour. Their specific person called them during the call. So you're like, how is that possible, right? And I'm sure they're going to send me an email telling me like all the background of why their specific person called them. But I would say it's all about intention and belief. That's the law of assumption. Law of assumption states whatever you're assuming is creating, and then your reality kind of manipulates it, your subconscious, based on whatever you're believing. So if you want something to show up in your reality, you have to believe it. Think to that first person talking about the idea of pregnancy and how that's biologically impossible, even though we just witnessed, I told you a story about how that's actually went above and beyond it. That person is refusing every reality where their specific person shows up instantly because they are refusing that outcome. Because what's biological doesn't make sense. And manifestations, I can already think of like 100 manifestations that can be created right here and right now and show up in a logical way. Again, I put like air quotes around that because logic is totally up to you. You're creating logic as you go. Because if it wasn't, what's logical for one person wouldn't be logical for, or would be logical for another. But that's not the case. Because why can't your reality bring up a manifestation where babies are just insta born, right? Like like that can happen. Or I don't know, there's just, as long as we're thinking abundantly enough and allowing our divine guidance to take us exactly where we want to go, we're going to see that happen. And so you may still be thinking like, but Kyle, I thought manifestation was like more magical or crazier. It is magical. It is awesome. And it all has to do with the power within your mind, because that's like stating, imagine attempting to manifest a free house, okay? And someone comes up to you and says, oh, I want to actually give you all this money to buy that house. And you're like, no, I don't want that. I want a free house. You'd be like, you just got a free house. But because our mind thinks, oh, but it's happening in my physical reality in this bridge of events, we feel like we would deny it. I don't think anyone would actually deny that, but that's what we say when we're stating something can't happen because of blank. I don't know. Maybe I'm getting off topic, but let me show you and just get rid of this aspect of time, because now you're kind of thinking, well, Kyle, you talked about it. Now let's get rid of this time. So time is only here as a learning process. We only need time to get into the state of something. That's the only reason time exists, because everything that you do does not really depend on time as much as you think it does. Because think about it. Does time bring you your manifestation? Does time grow your baby, or do you? Again, does time bring your manifestation, or do events or things, the bridge of events, bring it to you? You would say, well, time actually has nothing to do with it at all, right? We have this illusion time has something to do with it, but it really doesn't. We have this illusion that our babies grow based on time, but they don't. It's you growing them, like actually, like physically growing them and through manifestation. But so time has nothing to do with it. If you went into, and again, I don't want to go like too deep into it because we can get into time dilation. So all my physics nerds out there would love this. I'm like a physics nerd kind of guy. I feel like that really supports manifestation, because anything, I want you guys to be with your specific person in the quickest way possible. And a lot of people think, I can't manifest because I'm too logical. Well, guess what? I would say logic, to me, the more I learn stuff like that, helps me believe it even more, that you can change and alter your reality. It's like quantum leaping or quantum states, things like that. Anything with a quantum in it is the state that you want to be in. But remember, does time bring you your manifestation? If you were, and I made a whole video on this, but if I'm going to want to talk about it right now because it pertains, if you were your specific person or they were manifesting you, would time make you fall in love with them? Would time, just time passing, make you love them? What about a minute? What about an hour? What about a month? What about a year? What about 10 years? And you'd be like, no, right? Time doesn't do anything, right? It's just, okay, I'm getting older, and even older is a time construct. But the way that we shift our view on time is going to be the way that we manifest and can get our specific person very, very quickly. But again, it's totally up to what you want. If you want it instant, you can have it. If you want to kind of grow during the process, you can have that as well. But time does not have anything to do with our manifestations, because if I were to ask you, what made you fall in love with your specific person? You're going to be like, oh, because 10 years happened? No, you're going to say, oh, because I saw them and I met them and there was sparks and I just felt so comfortable and amazing around them and I kept being reminded of them, right? Like all these events happening. And events are irrelevant to time. They have no connection. All of the events that make your specific person fall in love with you can happen right now. They could be reminded of you. They could think of you. They could see you. They could dream of you. All of those things can happen right now. Who is saying that they haven't already happened, right? And that's our view of time. It's not this sequence. We're kind of forgetting all of the stuff outside of us, outside of our awareness, that we're not focusing on, that's in this quantum state and can be anything. So remember that. I wrote that down. I think it's really cool. Does time create your baby, or do you create your baby, right? I feel like that's really good as well. Talking about time just being a part of the process, or only in existence to help us learn. Do you need time every time you do something? Like if you learn to walk, drive, talk, do you have to relearn it every time you do those things? And you're going to say, of course not, Kyle. Well, at the beginning, I needed time, the learning process, but now I do it instantly. There you go. That's the time that I'm talking about. You just need time at the beginning, but now no time is necessary to do those things. So this perception of time, of being in your end state, of being with your specific person, only exists for us to perceive this change in state. And once you change the state, then everything comes immediately automatically. Because even, I didn't put this in my notes to talk about today, but like even time just doesn't exist at all. And technically, all manifestations are instantaneous because we can only ever experience right here and right now. So everything must always happen right now in order for them to occur, because nothing happens in the future, nothing happens in the past. So technically, as soon as you cross the state of being with your specific person, as soon as you fully believe it, whether it be proof that you see outside of you or beliefs or imagination, whatever that is, you're going to cross into that reality. And so I did want to include a few different success stories. I'm not going like fully into detail, so don't worry. I just want to kind of put them up to show you that it doesn't matter the amount of time, and it'll be a really, really good. I think it'll really, really help this belief in you understanding you can manifest and create whatever you want. So here's the first one, and I'll just read it for you. So they said, just a little thank you from the UK because today I experienced an instant manifestation from focusing on not sabotaging my happiness. I was drying my hair in my desired state for my SP, but dwelled on thoughts of my old specific person. And then old specific person sent me a message literally 10 seconds after with over a year of no contact. So I know it's a really cool, quick manifestation, but I want you to focus on the time. Okay, that it was over a year, okay? And now I want to put up the next one. So here's this one from my email coaching. It says, happy Monday. Well, I've gotten some massive movement in my situation last week. My SP called me on my birthday after 2 months of no contact. I'm so happy. We spoke on the phone and he told me how he cannot stop thinking of me. And it goes into more detail. But okay, focus again on the time. So after 2 months of no contact, the first one was over a year, second one's 2 months, and then let's get to the next one. This person was just from watching my video getting the success. Says, I kid you not, my SP texted me within 15 minutes of watching this video. Also, we were in no contact for 5 days, and he called me saying he was missing me just like I thought. I want everyone to be inspired with this mini success story and believe in yourself. So taking a look at these 3 success stories, look at them. We have over a year, we have 2 months, and we have 5 days of no contact. So if manifestation is all about time, how do all these similar successes happen in different intervals? Okay? How does that make sense? If we're going off this idea that manifestation needs time, or we can't speed up a manifestation, or it's stuck in whatever it is, how does that make sense, right? All of these should not exist then, right? Or they should have to take so much time in order to do it. But one was over a year, one was 2 months, one was 5 days. So think about that concept. And hopefully this is really, really kind of getting within our mind and changing the way we view time, because that's kind of my goal of this video, to completely alter the way that you are thinking of time so you can speed it up, because really you already have all of your manifestations within you. There's nothing stopping you from expressing that right here and right now. And also remember that thought or beliefs is the currency of heaven. So it's all about thinking, assuming, believing, and acting as if, right? So, and I want to write down some things that you do not have to do when you're manifesting. So thought is the currency. So you pay in a belief system, right? So you pay by believing. So you do not have to pay in time. You do not have to pay in work. You do not have to pay in effort. You pay with thoughts and assumptions. Time is nothing. You don't have to pay with time, right? Again, though, think about it. If time was a factor, it would have to be the same for everyone. And then I'd be like, I'd be teaching, you need to manifest, 1 month, 2 months, 3 months to manifest your SP. It doesn't work like that. We know every single person's situation, every single relationship is different. And that's because it's based on their assumptions, because you pay in assumptions, you don't pay in time. Think of it like a price for receiving an item. If an item has a value and that must be achieved, then every single person would pay the same amount. So we all pay in belief. That's the thing that's universal, not time, not work, and not effort. And so in order to change this time, here's what I want you to ask yourself. I want you to ask yourself right now, how long do I feel it's going to take to manifest my specific person? And we're going to switch that around, okay? So if you think, really, whatever it is you believe, you don't even have to think too hard about it. How long do you feel it's going to take you to manifest your specific person? And let's say we're not feeling super abundant. We're like, I feel like it's going to take years, a year or two to manifest them, okay? Or if you said more, that's okay as well. Pick that number, whatever you feel right now, without trying to change your mind. We're just going to try to get into the beliefs we have at this moment. So let's say you say a year. The thing is, if you're okay with that time, that's the time and belief that we currently have, okay? So there's no need to actually do anything extra. If you think, I think I'm going to manifest in a year, and I'm like, I think that's fun. We'll date, we'll have fun, we'll do this, we'll do that, we'll learn to know each other, anything like that. That's okay then. You don't have to do anything. Your belief matches with that, and so that's what's going to happen. Again, your beliefs harden into fact and your reality. So if you believe it's a year and you're okay with a year, you actually don't need to do anything. But let's say you want to speed it up, okay? And you're like, you know what? No, I want it sooner. The question is just to ask yourself, well, why can't it happen in 8 months? Why can't it happen in 5 months? Why can't it happen in 2 months? Why can't it happen in a week? Why can't it happen in a day? And sometimes, again, going back to the very beginning, sometimes we actually don't want it to happen in a day. Do you want to get married tomorrow, or do you want to take time to kind of plan out your wedding, right? And you could get engaged and then plan it out. Again, it has everything to do with your beliefs, and that's it, right? It's your beliefs. That's what is really holding us and getting us to where we want to go. So if you go, why not tomorrow? Well, I don't really want it tomorrow. So then if you don't even want it tomorrow, what's the worry of it not coming tomorrow? But let's say you're like, why not a month? I feel like a month makes sense. I want it to be a month. I feel like that's enough time. Whatever, again, you want it to be. Ask yourself, why can't it? And you're going to get a list of answers that make no sense. And whenever I bring up this idea, I always talk about this concept of this person that we had this shift in my weekly coaching, because we weren't getting initially, like in the first week or two, the results that I wanted. So I was like, what's going on here? And so out of the blue, I just asked them, again, this was someone I was working with. I just asked them, so what if, let's say, because they were like, I want my specific person right now, tomorrow, kind of in this urgent sense. And I was like, okay, let's say your specific person shows up tomorrow. How do you feel? And instantly they're like, actually, that would be horrible. I'm not ready. I got to lose weight. I got to clean my house. I got to do this. I got to do that. Most of the time, the way we're acting in our reality doesn't even, like, we're not even ready for our specific person to show up instantly. But then we're still all disgruntled when it doesn't happen, but we're not getting ready for it. And the way that you're preparing for it showcases what kind of beliefs that you are having. So always remember that. So if you want your specific person to show up tomorrow, get ready for it, right? What is stopping you? What difference? If you ask yourself, why can't it happen tomorrow? You're going to get a list of things that are basically telling you why it's not happening. And it could be a belief. It could be like, I want to I want to clean my house, something stupid like that, right? Because really, you don't need a clean house to be with your specific person. You don't need any of these things, right? But if we feel we do and we want it, that's okay. You can do anything. It is for you. And then the main goal might be just fulfilling those things. And we actually don't have to change our self-concept or beliefs at all, right? If you feel it makes sense that I do this or do that, then you could do it. And sometimes that's the quickest way to do it, but you don't even need anything. Again, you already are the person you think you're going to be in your end state. You just have to express it. And there's another idea I want to go into, but I don't want to keep you here all day. Maybe I'll make another video on it. Basically, everything you feel is connecting you to this reality is not, right? Who you think you are is just who you've habitually or what you've habitually done. And so time is the same way. Time, we've habitually thought time needs to occur, time needs to happen, time needs to pass in order for us to get what we want. But that is just not the case. And hopefully this video is taking you closer to understanding that. I bet even people will have instant manifestations from watching this video because of the intentional shift that it can have. So if it doesn't make sense, just rewatch it, because you can have an instant shift. Even think about the person that commented within 15 minutes of watching a video, one of my videos. SB texted me, and you guys have seen in the comments and in my videos, people have done that all the time before, right? And so always keep that in mind. Don't limit yourself. If you ever see a comment like the first person of like, no, you can't do this because biologically it can't happen, blah, blah, blah. Wish them the best, because they're just stressed about time and they're trying to basically place those limiting beliefs on other people. But that's okay. They can be in any process, any thought that they want, any belief. Everything is perfect. They are on the perfect path. Even if the path doesn't match yours, they are on that perfect path. And if you are watching this video, hopefully that makes sense. And hopefully I'm able to give you some hope, abundance, and positivity towards your situation, because you can do it. You can manifest. Again, time is not what we think it is, okay? Always remember that. And as soon as you go above and beyond time, and remember, again, time is only here for learning, and that's it. So if you learn it right now, if this video made you learn it, time, you don't need it anymore. Totally irrelevant. And hopefully this video did that for you. And again, but I'll tell you, people are probably going to get some instant successes in the same way that earlier today, the vibes are just right. So leave a thumbs up on this video if you are the one getting the instant success. Because like I said earlier, an hour ago, I met up with someone and they got a call on the call from their specific person. Obviously they couldn't answer it. I'm thinking like, yeah, go ahead and answer it. I feel like that's really funny, but maybe they feel awkward. But obviously they called them back and they're going to let me know exactly how it went, which is absolutely awesome. But you are going to have that too. Okay. Thanks again, everybody, for coming and stopping by today. I just remembered and realized, because I was doing that member giveaway, I can't message anyone on here. So make sure if you're watching this and you recently signed up, in the member tab, I'm doing like a little comment section. Just comment in there to do the giveaway and pick. Everybody comment if you're like a recent, or maybe if you've been in a member for a while, just comment if you want the 4 weeks of coaching together where we work one-on-one, because that's the giveaway I was doing for reaching 100 members. Again, I cannot say thank you guys enough for the amazing support. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hopefully I'm still going to be doing all my videos, and hopefully the meditations I've been given to my members is helping you guys really get into the state. But just go head over to the membership tab and comment that you want one of the, or you're okay with the giveaway of meeting up every week. Because I was thinking about it and I was thinking, maybe not everyone even wants it. So if I picked someone random, they might be like, oh, I actually don't even want that. But just comment on the membership, okay? If you did have any questions on this, let me know in the comment section below. Again, I do have another meditation for all my members coming out today. This one's on time, so hopefully you guys enjoy it. If you did have any questions you wanted to send me personally, head over to kyleaugustcoaching.com. I always want to hear your thoughts, worries, anxieties, successes. I love hearing from you guys every second of the day. It's amazing. Again, though, if I don't respond immediately, I do have a bunch of questions that I usually get asked. So be patient. I would love to help you out. Thanks again, everyone, for stopping by. Hopefully, this really shifted our mind on time. Just know you can have whatever you want. You already have it. Thanks again, and I'll see you in the next video tomorrow.